A complete math nerd and a Yale alumni ambassador.
كانت سبيكر السنة اللي فاتت في موث برضو بس بتاع السنة اللي فاتت ولسه الستريك مكملة وجت السنة دي برضو. Welcome up with me روان abdelaziz.
Evening, everybody. اسمي روان. I love to read and I love to write, specifically poetry. I'd like to share with you something I wrote last year, and it was for our biology project. One that we did for mental health. We did for the advocation of mental health, and the survey that we actually took was in the MOTH event of last year. So you know, it's been a year. It's very emotional. So this poem is about depression and about my view of depression. I entered the room with my mother hot on my tail, telling me once I'm out, I'll be okay. Because $100 in therapy was guaranteed the love. And as I entered the hollow 10 by 10 room, my doctor sat me down and asked, "What's wrong, honey? Tell me." "It's okay." But you know something, I didn't really know what to say, and so I let my mind wander off to a letter I cannot really write. But now that I realize this, I realize that a whole lot of truth was said in jest, so let me take a minute to get this off my chest. Dear doctor, you're telling me all they teach you subside, all of what I feel deep down inside, but here's the truth and listen to me, the medicine I'll be saying is poetry. Dear doctor, I personally don't know how or what they spoke or what they told, but I know that they taught you in med schools that veins are blue, cold, and irritated because they were superficial, and that arteries run as smooth as river, pure and warm, but what can I say when the play for me is in reverse? The cold chills and clogs out every part of me I am not able to touch but feel, until even that right is stripped from me. My heart. My heart, wondering how many beats it has to last. My heart pumps red taste instead of blood, but you can hear that, doctor. The hollow auditoriums of my chest remind me of the silence I cannot give. But when I see a candle, I see the flesh of a flame. I see memories younger than noon. I am walking beside her grave, and it is the moment I learn everybody I love will someday die. Dear doctor, every time you ask me the same old questions, along the same old line, I'm thinking of my ADL classes at school. The one time I understood what was actually due, that if you nudge your neck, it means hope. Hope. A four-letter word I thought it meant to give, and I made a whole lot of takers, but they don't mess with this giver. Hope. A four-letter word I could never define, but believe it or not, defining my depression was basically a cry, because one day my depression is a firefly in the palms of a bear, the next it's the bear itself. Dear doctor, what they tell you about anxiety is very rare. Anxiety is the cousin depression feels obligated to bring to the party. Except it's one that goes on inside of my head, inside of my house. Insomnia holds me hostage inside of my house, inside of my head. Insomnia has this delirious way of making the moon feel like perfect company, and so I tried counting sheep. But my mind can only count reasons to stay alive, and my stuttering kneecaps cling together. My stuttering kneecaps cling together because to some I am so shy, which makes no sense, but sense is what I'm trying to make of the fact that voices are sometimes unheard, and the thoughts I have in my mind ring in my head like clumsy church bells, reminding me I'm sleepwalking on an ocean of happiness I cannot baptize myself in. And blades are the only thing that make me feel alive as they cut through my hands, fast and furious as memories. My scars are engraved, and they are the only reminder that I can give what is actually mine. But this letter comes to an end as corruptive as the beginning, and I hear you, doctor, along the noisy voices inside of my head saying, I can't really understand what's wrong with your daughter, but doctor, can't you see that neither can I? Thank you.